Trying to reconnect. All right. What's up, guys? You got Courtney's here. I'm gonna give it 30 seconds or so. My post-workout. I just got back from working out. I'm gonna wait here a few seconds for some people to join. Today, I'm gonna talk about two of the most arguably important skills that you need to develop to hit your goals, in my opinion, as fast as humanly possible. Because this is stuff that I've learned from very, very successful people, really specifically Darren Hardy, to name the guy that I've learned these two skill sets from. Hey, what's up, Tim? If you guys watch this full video, it'll only be maybe 10 minutes or less. If you're not busy now, I'd recommend watch this full video. You're going to learn a lot more probably than what you're going to be putting your attention to unless you're doing something really productive. But what I'm talking about is the two main skill sets that you need to develop really to hit your goals as fast as possible. Is number one, you need to learn how to control your attention. You need to get laser focused. You need to get the ability to concentrate at levels that you've never been able to do before. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that, and then how to develop the other skill set. And by the way, these are real skills because mentally mentally, you have to develop yourself mentally just like you would physically. Like, you need to train your body against resistance. You need to lift weights. You need to do aesthetics, aerobics, swim, bike, run, whatever you do to train your body mentally. Your mind works the same way. You need to train your mind mentally, and you can do that by pushing yourself physically, and you can also do that by reading and developing your mind and your mindset by reading valuable information, personal development, and that kind of stuff. But these are skills that you need to develop to hit your goals as fast as humanly possible. At least for me, it's been working pretty damn well for me. In the last 2 or 3 weeks alone, I've literally hit my goals faster than I've ever before in my life. I've made more money quicker and smoother than ever before. I have the ability to concentrate at levels I never even knew were possible for me. So yeah, I'm going to tell you, the skill number one, the very first skill that you really need to develop, like I said, is the ability to control your attention. Where is your focus going? Where is your energy going? Like the famous quote or saying is, wherever your attention goes is where your energy is flowing. So if you're putting your attention here and there and all over the place, if you're scatterbrained, then you're not going to get to your results very fast, because you will be creating and looking for the answers to the questions and the thoughts that you're thinking in your head. So if you're focusing on where you want to go as much and as fast as humanly possible, then that's where you're going to go, because your mind will literally create a new paradigm, a new perception towards filtering information in the world. So what I mean, for example, like today when I walked outside and I ran to the gym and I had a good workout, what I did was right away I noticed there was a lot of people that were wearing red shirts and red clothes, and I have a red shirt on too, and it kind of stuck out in my head because it's kind of like a gang color or a gang symbol, I think sometimes. But I just noticed that there's a lot of people wearing red, and then I also picked up on there was a lot of red cars driving around, and I don't know if that was just because there happened to be more red in my environment at that moment, or if it was because my mind was just picking up what I was seeking, what I was focusing on. To the point of the message to take away is where your attention is going, that's also where your energy, your thought energy, your physical energy, your emotional, spiritual energy, that's where it's all flowing in one direction. So if you can learn how to put all of your energy and attention in one direction towards where you want to go and the person you want to become, then you're going to hit your goals and get to where you want to go a lot faster. And the key is to not be attached. The key is not to be attached to your end result. Hey, what's up, Sydney? Thanks for joining. Don't get attached to your end result, because then you will feel that feeling that you do not have it. You need to know where you're going, write down a goal or whatever you want to accomplish, and then let it go. Let your mind, let your body, do the work and figure out how to get to where you want to go, because you already know how to get there, right? And when you're attached to the end result, then you're basically training your mind. You're literally programming your mind saying, I don't have this, I don't have this, I want this, I want this. That's lack. So as long as you start to feel and behave as if you've already achieved what you want, even though it's not in reality yet, you're welcome. then you will get to where you want to go or achieve what you want much faster, because you have that feeling and that mindset, and you're literally programming your mind to be able to seek out solutions to the problems you have in your life to attain what you want, or to become, the person you want to be, or to, shed body fat, to grow muscle, to make more money, to whatever. So that's really how that works. And a lot of people don't understand this. And I didn't understand this for the longest time. And then recently, in the last 3 weeks of my life, I've literally grown and changed more in the last 3 weeks of my life than I probably have in the last 3 years. So this is some good shit, I try not to come off as arrogant or whatever. I just try to be as accurate as humanly possible, because this is the shit that can really change your life. Hey, what's up, Dusty? What's up, Bill? Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining. So what I was talking about is to get to where you want to go much faster, is to achieve your goals. You need to figure out how to control your attention. You need to figure out how to concentrate and focus on where you want to go and who you want to become. That's the fastest way to getting there, because then you're going to be taking away all of your attention off of the useless stuff in your life, right? You're going to be focusing on solutions rather than problems. You're going to be seeking out ways to, make more money, or ways to, find new ways to exercise or get to the gym or whatever the hell you're trying to do and accomplish. Because, I can teach this stuff because I do this every single day of my life. And there's really, there's not a lot of people that, how should I say this? There's a lot of people that I do study and look up to, obviously. But, I can teach this with confidence because, I'm trying to say is I do this every day in my life. Today I ran about 1.5 miles to the gym, and then I worked out at the gym, and then I jogged back. So I put in as much energy or, whatever commitment in one day as what I might have in an entire week in the past, or 3 days. So this is how to compress time, how to eliminate the amount of time it takes you to get from point A to point B. And it sucks. It hurts really bad. It's really painful. It's painful physically, emotionally, mentally, every aspect of your life. But if you can push through, that's how you get to where you want to go faster, because that pain that you have will allow you to grow and to become the person and to develop the skill sets that you need to acquire to get what you want. That's how it works. That's why Eric Thomas is always talking about, don't let the pain destroy you or whatever. Use that pain, use whatever you're going through now, that struggle, to push you to greatness, to get to where you want to go. So the one skill is developing your attention, is learning how to manage your attention and concentrate at levels you've really never been able to do before. And the only way you do that, like I said, is by pushing yourself mentally, psychologically, physically, because when you go to those new limits, you figure out that those were just boundaries in your head, literally made up, and then you can push beyond them. And then you realize what you're really, truly capable of. So right now, you might have a belief where you can only make X amount of money in 1 week. But what if you pushed yourself? What if you did as much work, in 1 week as you would have done in 2 or 3 weeks in the past? Can you imagine your results are going to be a lot better? And like I said, it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. And it's not going to be easy, but you're going to get a lot better results much faster. So for me, in the last 3 weeks of my life, I put in more work and more time in the last 3 weeks of my life alone than what I probably would have in the last 3 months. So that's what I'm talking about, how I've compressed time, how I've just put in so much time and made more money faster and easier than ever before in my life, is because I'm just dialed into this wavelength, or whatever you want to call in my life. My mindset is I know where I'm going. When I go in the grocery store, I'm trying to get in and get out as fast as possible. I'm buying healthy food. I'm getting what I need, the fuel for my body, so I can think and perform at optimal levels. So when I'm going in the grocery store, people literally look at me first, and they stare at me, and they look at me because I'm just so focused on get this and get out. Because I don't care about looking around. I don't care about having small talk. I'm a nice guy, but what I want most right now is just to achieve what I've set out to achieve, is to hit my goals. And then the second skill is you got to learn how to eliminate distractions. So if you can learn how to control your attention, right, wherever your attention is going, that's where your energy is flowing. Your physical energy, your mental energy, spiritual energy, just everything in your life is revolved around your ability to put attention towards whatever your goal or whatever you're focusing. That's why it's so important to be in the moment, because if you can be in the moment and be conscious of being in the moment right now, then you're going to be able to control your attention better. And then eliminating distractions, obviously, if you can eliminate the stuff that you don't need to focus on, then you can spend more of your time on the stuff that you do need to focus on. Like it's pretty cut and dry, pretty basic stuff. When you really break it down, it's like, what if I spent more of my time on the things that I needed to do, or the things that I needed to learn in a shorter amount of time? What would my results be compared to like scattering my attention and putting my attention there and then putting it there? So like, those are just my thoughts. I'm a little bit different than most people with my ability to do things, because like my priorities are different than a lot of people. Like I will put off chores, I will put off this, I will put off meetings, I will put off hanging out with people and all of that stuff to get to where I want to be and to become the person I want to be, because that to me is way more important. Like my success and the person that I am is way more important right now in my life at 22 than going out and having a couple beers or something like that. Like I like that and that's fun and everything, but that's just my mindset where I'm at in my life. I don't force upon, anyone my beliefs or what I'm doing. I'm just sharing. Like I didn't ask anybody to come on, but people are on. So I do appreciate you watching this. I hope you're getting a lot of value from this. Yeah, pain is fuel. Thanks for joining, guys. I got 8 people. Awesome. So like the second thing is eliminating distractions. This is huge. And I wrote down is, your ability to discern what is a distraction and what is not a distraction. So to me, anything that's not serving me or, allowing me to improve or get to where I want to go faster is pretty much, a distraction in your life. So if you're in a negative, crappy environment, then try to change that and try to get out of that environment. If you're around toxic people, then stop hanging around toxic people. Like it's pretty, like I was saying earlier, like don't overthink stuff. Don't overcomplicate this stuff, because it's pretty basic. If you I don't know, if you're overweight or if you just, you always feel crappy, it's like start eating healthy, start exercising. Like you already know the things you need to do. You're just like overthinking it because you realize that if I start doing this, it's going to hurt. And it does. That's the thing though. But here, I'll leave you with one last tip before I end this. So if you do consciously decide to start changing really fast in your life, like I've said, it's going to hurt a lot. Like literally physically, it's going to be painful, emotionally, mentally. People will try to tear you down, tell you that you're, not being yourself or whatever because you're trying to improve for your better. I can say the first 2 to 3 days is going to be really painful. But if you can get past the first 2 to 3 days where you're like just totally reinventing yourself, if you can get past those 2 to 3 days, you can go on to, maintain that at more reasonable levels, and you'll be able to grow upon that, like the compound effect. Like every day after that then is like totally different. Your life is like totally different when you have a brand new mindset. And when you just have adopted a totally new self-image for yourself. That's the key. Is having a self-image where you know exactly who you are and where you're going, right? You got to know who you are, what motivates you, why do you want to get what you want, why do you want to go where you're trying to go, and then you'll be able to adopt the self-image that you need in order to get there. So first 2 to 3 days is really painful, but if you can learn how to control your attention, you will be able to create and manifest things. You will be able to hit your goals. However you look at it, if you look at it spiritually, the law of attraction, if you look at it quantum mechanics or whatever, if you just look at it like basic, 1, 2, 3, like step 1, work really hard. Step 2, put all your energy towards what you're trying to create. Step 3, cut out the drama and the BS in your life, and then you'll have more energy and more time to work on the things that you need to do. So, I'm kind of just like going off a tangent on here because I love this stuff, to be honest, and I like doing these videos. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys for commenting. I will, unless there's any questions, we still have a few people on. I appreciate you guys' attention a lot. If you guys have questions, drop them in here. I'll wait about 30 seconds to the 15-minute mark. But making a lot of mental and physical changes, hell yeah. Great content. I appreciate that, John. Kim Watt, great value. Thank you. You're welcome. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about ready to get a good post-workout meal. So no questions. Yeah, you're welcome, Sydney. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys getting on. I hope these were good